back to organic molecules around the world. We have a young scientist named Ateed from Brampton giving us some insight on Tylenol. So, Ateed, how old are you?
I'm 17. I know I'm pretty young to be a scientist, but I really am, believe me. It's not like I'm a grade 12 student who's taking chemistry or anything.
So, Ateed, tell us a little bit of what Tylenol is.
Acetaminophen, or commonly known as Tylenol, is a medicine used to relieve pain and reduce fever. It is used to relieve many kinds of minor aches and pains, headaches, muscle aches, backaches, toothaches, menstrual cramps, arthritis, and the aches and pains that often accompany colds. This drug is available without prescription and is an over-the-counter medicine. The functional groups present in an acetaminophen atom are the hydroxyl group, the amide group, and the aromatic group, also known as benzene rings.
So, Ateed, are there any major reactions involving Tylenol?
Well, one of the major reactions involving acetaminophen is the way it's produced. Acetaminophen is made by reacting 4-aminophenol with ethanoic anhydride, more commonly called acidic anhydride. This reaction forms an amide bond and an ethanoic acid as a byproduct. When the reaction is complete, acetaminophen is then produced along with carboxylic acid. This reaction is called acid hydrolysis.
So, Ateed, are there any other relevant reactions that might occur involving acetaminophen?
Yes, there are other reactions, but these reactions are with the human body, and they're not very pleasant. You can call them side effects. These side effects will only occur if you take more than the recommended dosage. Some side effects include nausea, stomach pain, loss of appetite, itching, rashes, headaches, dark urine, clay-colored stools, or jaundice, which is yellowing of your skin or eyes. And in very rare and severe cases, it can cause severe liver damage and even death.
Whoa, those are some really bad side effects. Don't use Tylenol recreationally, kids. So, Ateed, tell us some more about acetaminophen or Tylenol.
I'll tell you guys some more facts. Its chemical formula is C8H9NO2. Pure acetaminophen is an odorless, white crystalline solid, bitter to the taste, with a melting point of about 170 degrees Celsius and a pH of 6 in saturated aqueous solutions. Acetaminophen is also known as paracetamol, the common name Tylenol, Panadol, and 4-hydroxyphenylacetamide.
Wow, Ateed, that is quite interesting. Oh, would you please be able to tell us the biological, chemical, and scientific significance of Tylenol?
Well, Tylenol is an analgesic substance. This means it is a type of drug that acts to relieve pain. Furthermore, it is also an antipyretic substance. These are substances that help reduce fevers. These chemical properties go hand in hand as they help reduce symptoms.
Wow, so, Ateed, what can Tylenol do to the biology of a person?
Well, as I mentioned before, too much Tylenol can cause lots of side effects like liver damage. However, studies have shown that even normal dosages of Tylenol can affect the brain. Yes, you heard me, the brain.
The brain? How does it affect the brain?
Well, it affects brain regions that are responsible for physical pain, because regions that are responsible for physical pain are also responsible for feeling social rejection. A part in the brain that Tylenol affects is the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. Part of the brain is responsible for many cognitive functions such as empathy, impulse control, emotions, decision-making, and how people pass moral judgment. Studies have shown that Tylenol might result in a person having less empathy, alter the way one passes moral judgment, and dull hurt feelings.
Wow, Tylenol can really mess with your head, huh? Finally, our last question of this podcast. Does Tylenol contribute to any societal or environmental issues present today?
Well, a very large issue in today's society is drug abuse. And drug abuse is more than just smoking weed or taking other substances such as cocaine. No, it's also abusing over-the-counter drugs. And these over-the-counter substances can be just as fatal, or if not even more dangerous than our other well-known substances if these over-the-counter drugs are used incorrectly, such as taking extremely high dosages or maybe mixing them with other substances. And these actions are done to achieve what people call a high. However, these actions lead to so many deaths every single year. So many beautiful lives and futures, beautiful families all broken apart due to drug overuse. Just like any other drug, Tylenol abuse results in fatal consequences, contributing to today's society's major drug abuse crisis. In regards to the environment, acetaminophen has been recognized as one of the 95 wastewater contaminants. Acetaminophen not only pollutes water, but it also harms fish in bodies of water as well. It does this by interfering with normal embryonic development, reproduction, growth, behavior, survival, and regular endocrine functions. This causes lots of deaths in the fish population. From an ethical and societal viewpoint, Tylenol is very accepted in today's society, as it is available in almost every household. It is one of the most widely used pain relievers and also fever reducers in today's society. Tylenol is safe for the most part, as long as it isn't abused.
Wow, who knew Tylenol could have such a major impact on our society and environment? Well, thank you, Atid, for being such a wonderful guest on our podcast today and being so cooperative. It was a pleasure.
No, the pleasure was all mine. I'm very grateful that you guys have decided to bring me on this podcast. I've always wanted to be on organic molecules around the world.
Isn't he wonderful? Well, folks, that's all we got for today. Make sure to tune in next week for more organic molecules around the world.